So if you had tuned into Fox News tonight to watch Tucker Carlson, this is what you were greeted with.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Fox News Tonight. I am Brian Kilmeade. As you probably have heard, Fox News and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways. I wish Tucker the best. I'm great friends with Tucker and always will be. But right now, it's time for Fox News Tonight.
So right off the bat, this just looks like a bad move for Fox. There's a lot of people, including myself, that would only watch one thing on Fox: Tucker Carlson. And why is that? That's because Tucker Carlson was unique in cable news. He's not just a broken record like, the Hannitys or the Rachel Maddows or whoever they've got on CNN now. You can just reliably predict everything they're going to say. Tucker, you couldn't. Maybe at the start you could, but as this show went on, it started becoming more and more unpredictable, and he started taking more and more unpredictable takes on things. And having leftists like Glenn Greenwald and Jimmy Dore on, and not fighting with them, finding common cause. It was kind of an incredible thing. You just don't see that on any other show. At least not to the extent that Tucker did it. And as I said, there's a lot of people that were going to Fox News. The only thing they were watching there was Tucker. I mean, you can see he absolutely dominated his hour. This was his last show on Friday, 2.6 million. Now, typically he would get about 3.5, I believe, but that was on a Friday night, last Friday. Here you can see Anderson Cooper got about a fifth of that. Chris Hayes got about half. And it's not like Fox News isn't going to continue to dominate. You can see Hannity's still very popular. Ingram's still very popular. Far more popular than their counterparts on the other networks. But they're going to lose a big chunk of their viewers who don't care about anybody else but Carlson. Because Carlson was unique. Why? Here's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Here's what he had to say. Fox fires Tucker Carlson 5 days after he crosses the red line by acknowledging that the TV networks pushed a deadly and ineffective vaccine to please their pharma advertisers. There's a lot of pharma ads on Fox News. You might have noticed that. Here from Glenn Greenwald, hardly a conservative. Tucker was the cable host who most opposed U.S. proxy war in Ukraine. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of that going around cable news, was there? Denounced CIA, FBI, and DHS for its systemic lies and corruption. Devoted himself to a pardon for Julian Assange. Objected to regime change efforts in Cuba. Criticized the Trump administration's militarism. Yeah, and it seems like if there's one thing that's a big no-no on cable news these days, and it doesn't matter which channel, right? Left, right, doesn't matter. It's being anti-war. I think when you're talking about journalists being independent, that's where the rubber meets the road, isn't it? Because, the left establishment and the right establishment, they claim to hate each other, but on the big things, they all kind of agree, don't they? They both love Big Pharma, they both love war, they both hate Julian Assange, and they both seem perfectly fine with the security state. Now, while Fox is saying that they mutually parted ways, there's a lot going around that suggests otherwise. Here's this one from Vanity Fair. Tucker Carlson was blindsided by Fox News firing. Says the media world was blindsided by news that Tucker Carlson and Fox News would be parting ways. So was Carlson. On Monday morning, Fox News CEO Suzanne Scott called Carlson and informed him he would be taken off the air and his Fox News email account was shut off. According to a source briefed on the conversation, so an anonymous source, Carlson was stunned by his sudden ouster from his 8 p.m. show, the most watched program in cable news. Carlson was in the midst of negotiating the renewal of his Fox News contract through 2029, the source said. As of last week, Carlson had told people he expected the contract to be renewed. There didn't seem to be any issue on his last show. He seemed to be, from the way the show closed, it seemed that he was expecting there to be another show on Monday. It does feel like he was blindsided and that it wasn't mutual. Now, there seems to be a desire in some of the media to tie Tucker's departure to the Dominion lawsuit and the subsequent settlement, the very large settlement for over $800 million. And that did just happen, but my understanding is that it actually had a lot more to do with Fox Business and Lou Dobbs, and it didn't really have much to do with Tucker. But, this is the modern media. There's two things that happen close together, so they must be the same thing. But anyway, and of course, there's been a lot of braying for his removal for a long time. The administration really hates him. Now, something very interesting, they don't seem to call for the canceling of any of the other people on Fox. It's just Tucker Carlson. Here, White House calls Tucker Carlson shameful in extraordinary rebuke. The White House lashed out at Fox News host Tucker Carlson. Wednesday in an extraordinary rebuke of the late-night commentator who has been airing false depictions apparently, of the January 6, 2021 attack this week. So this is from CNN. And I think that by airing false depictions, they mean he showed footage that they didn't want you to see and provided context that they didn't want you to see. Let's see, they're saying that he falsely claimed that the footage provided conclusive evidence that Democrats in the House Select Committee that investigated January 6 lied to the Americans about the day's events, and they clearly did. That was proven by the footage that he showed, which journalists, apparently to prove that we live in clown world, were furious that people had gotten to see, including themselves. They didn't want to know, and they hate Tucker because he got that footage and showed it to you. Also, he's opposed to the war in Ukraine. But all of these other things that we've gone through. Here from the Washington Post, why Tucker Carlson was a problem for Fox News. We don't yet know why he and Fox abruptly parted ways, but his fast and loose style and huge stature were a toxic mix in our new post-Dominion era. Fast and loose style. That tells you all you need to know about the media today, the modern media, the modern corporate media, the Washington Post. Fast and loose style. That means not sticking to the script. That means not sticking to the narrative. I mean, it's amazing. They can't understand how anybody could be an independent thinker, how anybody could stray from what they're told to say. It's unthinkable to them. So what's next for Tucker? Well, Tucker's got a lot of options. He was the best thing about Fox News. Fox News will suffer without him. Fox News is not going to go under without Tucker. But they're going to suffer. They're going to be less popular. A lot of people are going to follow Tucker wherever he goes because they feel like Tucker isn't lying to them. And he has courage that other people, that news figures don't have. So people have speculated perhaps Rumble, because a lot of very popular figures have gone to Rumble. Steven Crowder's there. Russell Brand is there. Glenn Greenwald is there. Dan Bongino is killing it there. They're getting bigger, and they do seem to have a lot of money to play with. So who knows? Possible, I guess. But here's a tweet that says, corporate media is dying. Independent creators are the future of media. And this is in response to Tucker Carlson leaving Fox News. Chris Pavlovsky, the top guy at Rumble, said, I'm going to take it a step further. Corporate media died today. Independent creators are now the lead. And really, as an independent actor, Tucker Carlson's got the world at his feet. He could make more money than he made at Fox News, doing it independently. And the benefit of that is you can say whatever the hell you want. And I think that might appeal to Tucker. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.